Oh yeah, pipe smokers. This is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I'm Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy, wearing my favorite hat. I love it. Victory. Yeah. So grab your favorite pipe, grab your favorite blend, and grab your favorite beverage, and let's set something on fire together. We got a good show for tonight, yeah. Plus, we have Paul's Smoking Deal of the Week. So get your wallets ready. This one's going to be real easy. All right, so I just love this Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding bourbon barrel aged tobacco. I love it. Why do I love it? It's soaked in bourbon and it's got plenty of Latakia in it, you know. Yeah. And I know I already smoked this pipe today. One of my favorite pipes, the Rhodesia pipe. Yeah, but we're going to smoke that. In fact, I'm going to smoke this every day for a week and see what happens. All right, let's set something on fire. Yeah. Latakia and bourbon. If you love Latakia and bourbon, you got to try the Seattle Pipe Club Plum Pudding. But make sure it's the bourbon barrel aged. It's like to die for. It's just so good. It's not overly strong. The room note is unbelievable. Oh, yeah. I've been noticing that there's been a lot more comments from women who are pipe smokers, and I love it. Come on, ladies, keep it up. I think pipe smoking is making a monstrous comeback. And the women are loving it too. And I think that's great, you know. There's a lot of male-female couples that smoke pipes together. And a lot of, you see a lot of them, I do, as presenters also. I think that's awesome. So I've got a friend of mine. He's been a friend of mine for about 10 years. And he's like a real super liberal guy. Like Democratic, just super liberal. So liberal that one of his relatives is in the House of Representatives, okay? His name is Seth Moulton, this representative. And he made a statement, he's a Democrat, that he does not want his daughters being run over on the playing field by other players who used to be boys. In other words, he doesn't want men or boys who have transitioned to now call themselves girls to be able to play in women's sports. And that makes sense. Even Bruce Jenner, who's now Caitlyn Jenner, who's transitioned. I can't even believe we're talking about a physical transition like that, where you go from a boy to a girl. Even he disagrees very, very strongly with men playing in women's sports. He says, look, even at my age, taking all of the drugs I take to knock down my testosterone, he says, I still have more testosterone than a woman. He says, my arms are longer, my legs are longer, my shoulders are wider. I have more muscle mass than a woman. He said, I don't agree with it. So the next thing this representative said, the Seth Moulton, Democrat, and what he said makes sense to me, 100%. He said, we also need to concentrate on our southern border. So this friend of mine was like, I can't believe it. All the Democrats want him to resign now that he said that. What he said makes perfect sense. And if you don't agree with that, all right, that boys, if you think boys should be able to play in women's sports and that we shouldn't care about a southern border, then you bumped your head as a child real bad, all right? Because that makes sense. Who doesn't want a border that's secure? Every other country in the world has one, all right? And you know, in the Olympics, you worldwide, you can't be a transitional woman and play in women's sports when you were born a man. You just can't, okay? Because the rest of the world has normal thinking. So anyways, he went on to talk about his relative there, Seth, for saying that stuff, saying, Democrats shot themselves in the foot again. This guy said this, what I just told you. And he said, we should just be concentrating on the hate within. Well, the hate within is because, not that we, as Trump supporters, hate other people. We hate their misguided, messed up, non-biblical, crazy beliefs that a guy should be able to transition to a girl. That's okay. No, it's not okay. And then they should be able to play in women's sports. No, that's not okay. And to not care about our southern border? That's idiotic. Are you kidding me? If the Russians were coming in or Chinese were coming in to our southern border, all right, maybe then these liberals would think, oh, that's not okay. But no, they probably would think, that's okay. Just let them drive across the southern border with tanks, rocket launchers, whatever. I don't know. What do you guys think? When I talk about Donald Trump, and I talk about my conservative views, which are actually views that I consider normal thinking, that 99.99999% of Americans used to believe in 20 or 30 years ago. And when I state those kind of things, I lose subscribers, and I really don't care. Look, if you're gay or something, all right, hey, I'm not. I got no problem with you being gay, all right? If you've transitioned or whatever, I totally disagree with that, but that's your business. But don't shove it in my face, I don't want to hear about it. Most people, my daughter was telling me that most people that transition, most of them regret it afterwards. And the thing of it is they're teaching these things about transitioning and that it's okay. They're teaching that in our schools. Donald Trump says he's going to put an end to that. Donald Trump says that any school, this is one of his political promises that he was running on, any school that teaches that kind of stuff in multiple genders and that, he's going to cut federal funding off to. And he should. Oh, man. This is just so good. So, even the Democrats, the ones that come out and say stuff like that, that's normal thinking. The other Democrats are jumping all over them. Has the Democratic Party become that sick where they believe and support these things? There's my cat crawling up the screen. We'll be right back. Not even going to pause the video. Come on, cat. Come on, baby. Yeah. Decided it's a little rainy and cold out there, huh? My cat loves to go outside. She loves to kill things. She should have been a Navy SEALette. Yeah. Man, I'm going to smoke this pipe for a whole week. Let's talk about Paul's smoking deal of the week. So we have this pipe. It's a smaller billiard, okay? I'll show you next to my thumb. It's a smaller billiard. Great for smoking strong stuff, all right? It's got a beveled edge. The top of the bowl goes down. This has no factory fills whatsoever. No teeth chatter whatsoever, all right? When I got this pipe, this is what it looked like. I deghosted it, reamed it out, deghosted it, totally cleaned it, all right? It's made by Prior. It's a Prior Deluxe. And on the bottom it says Algerian Briar, which is like super, super premium briar. This pipe is gorgeous. Like I said, no factory fills at all. Just unbelievable briar. I really didn't even have to put it on the polishing wheel, but I just did because that's what I do. And so she's ready to go. Yeah. She's about 5 3/4 inches long. And I'm going to let this one go for $50. $50, and I will pay the shipping to you anywhere in the United States. She's a great smoker. She's unbelievable. Just a gorgeous pipe. Yep. $50. So if you want it, say, Paul, I want that Prior. You can text me 585-352-3660. 585-352-3660. Or just put it in the comment sections. I want that Prior Algerian briar pipe, Paul. And she's yours. And then you just mail me $50. And it's yours. I'll pay the shipping right to you. Yep. Yeah. Sunday Night Blues. Sunday nights, it's right about 7 o'clock. Sunday night, it's like, all right, finish up my laundry, get ready for the week. Because then I have to go back to work tomorrow. Working 9-10 hours a day, which I'm not complaining. I actually took an inventory of my financial situation earlier today. I mentioned it in the earlier video, and so, you know, working extremely hard always pays off. It does. Yeah. And managing your money. Managing your money. Don't piss it all away on Gilson pipes. They're not worth it anyways. Just kidding. They're actually great pipes. Oh, man. So glad I filled this bowl up all the way. Actually, I just got done. Mark Hill gifted me this. We all know Welsh Piper 62. He gifted me this a couple years ago. I got the original box, the envelope, or the letter that came with it from the pipe maker signed. I keep all that shit. And then I wrote on it, you know, who it was gifted from, blah, 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 blah. All this data that's unimportant right now, but someday someone else is going to own this pipe. It's going to be important to them. I think it'd be cool if I, you know, I'll pull any pipe out of the pipe rack. Let's say this pipe right here. I'd love to know when it was bought, who owned it, the history of the person that owned it, what they like to smoke, what they did for a living, all of that stuff. I'm like a historian. I love that kind of shit. Yeah, so we got some of Jerry Lee Lewis's pipe tobacco here. And I have the certificate of authenticity with it. My good friend Isaac, the novice piper, sent this to me. And it's rehydrating. It comes from a large bag. It looks like a 1 pound bag. It's called Sweet Cavendish. And we're going to rehydrate that. And then we're going to smoke a bowl of it. Then it's going to go away. Don't want to smoke all of the killer's tobacco, you know. Right now, somebody's saying to themselves, I have to have that Algerian briar pipe that Paul just showed. Somebody's saying that to themselves. $50? They're saying, I gotta have that. This pipe's like brand new. It's extremely lightly smoked. Yep. Gorgeous blonde briar. Right now, somebody is saying that. I gotta text him or make a comment. I gotta have that pipe. So I was a bit surprised at my friend Jeff, who made a comment that, and he made it sound like it's okay for boys to play in girls' sports. It's okay that we don't have a southern border. And here's a guy in his early 70s. I know how he was brought up. was brought up in the Adirondack Mountains by good God-fearing Democratic parents, but the Democrats of his parents' age were different. They were for the working people, and they had morals. Somehow he seems to have lost that along the way. Well, I'm going to finish this bowl up, finish my laundry up. Get ready for my work day tomorrow when I get up at 5 a.m. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. Thanks for watching. And all you ladies, you rock. Keep watching, keep commenting. I love it. Yeah. Paul the Pipe Guy, over and out.